Let's bring in Mike Pompeo, former Secretary of State and CIA Director, now a Fox News contributor. Mr. Secretary, thank you for coming on. Your reaction to the assassination of Shinzo Abe, what does this mean diplomatically?
Well, Trace, thanks for having me on. First of all, I'm praying for Prime Minister Abe's family and all of the people of Japan. This is a horrific assassination, and it has not only personal implications for folks who knew Prime Minister Abe, but for all of us. I spent an awful lot of time with him. There was not a moment when he didn't put Japan first and America right there alongside. He knew that that relationship mattered, that confronting the Chinese Communist Party was the challenge for the next century, and he was working to build out throughout the Pacific, build out a set of arrangements that would have both provided security for Japan, but also for the people of the United States of America. We will miss him. He had not left the playing field. He was out campaigning when he was assassinated, working to continue to deliver good outcomes for the people of Japan. We will have to build with the current Prime Minister and continue to work developing that relationship. I hope we will follow the path that Prime Minister Abe would have wanted us to.
You talk about him recognizing the threat from China. He was also a fierce opponent of Article 9 of the Japanese Constitution, which, of course, forbids them from having a formal military and using force to settle international disputes. Was he right? When you see what's happening with China now, was he right, sir?
Oh, 1,000%. In fact, Japan had slept on this for too long. They had allowed the Chinese Communist Party to rise when they should have been beginning to build up their capabilities to defend their island chain, to defend the Pacific, but the part that they live in the South Pacific as well. No, he had this square on, and he was making the case to his people, to the people of Japan, that this wasn't an international challenge. This was a challenge that mattered to them in their home cities in Japan in a way that was inarguable, a very powerful political figure, and one who had the security regime right for his own country.
Kind of switching a little bit, Director Wray saying that he believes China is threat number one. You know, the president has said that if in fact China goes after Taiwan, that we would be obligated to defend Taiwan. But there is not a general who has laid out a cohesive and absolutely perfect plan for us to do that. Do you see us being able to do that easily?
Oh, goodness, there's no perfect plan, but there's a lot of work that can be done, Trace, and we began it during my time as Secretary of State. We began to build up both the diplomatic and strategic understandings, the economic ways to push back against the Chinese Communist Party, and then what Director Wray was really referring to, and I was thrilled to hear him say this, is something that we said since at least May of 20, which was the Chinese Communist Party is inside the gates. We closed the Chinese consulate in Houston, Texas, because they were spying on American universities. Welcome to the fight. This is important. They are in our universities. They're all across our businesses. They own too many assets here in the United States. This is not a foreign issue. This is an issue that affects American jobs, American intellectual property in deep and important ways. And I was very heartened to see Director Wray speak about it so plainly and clearly today.
You talk about 2020 going back, and the warning signs were ringing. You know, you go back to 2017, and I was at the 75th anniversary of the Pearl Harbor attack. Talked to then Admiral Harry Harris, who was then in charge of Pacific CENTCOM, and he said, "Listen, we cannot allow China to build out these southern islands as military bases in the South China Sea," and yet we have. Is that a mistake strategically?
Yeah, it's a mistake. It's something we've got to go fix and certainly protect against going forward. Admiral Harris was my ambassador to the Republic of Korea during my time as Secretary of State. He continued that effort. We understood, as did Indo-PACOM Command, Indo-Pacific Command, we understood the challenges to the South China Sea that the Chinese Communist Party was presenting, and we knew we had to get it right both there and at home. And if we did both of those things, we could convince the people of China, the good people of China. As Director Wray said, this is not about ethnicity. This is about a Communist Party leadership in Xi Jinping that is intent on global hegemony. We have a responsibility, the American people, to protect them from it.
By the way, China responds by saying U.S. is threat number one. 10 seconds left, sir.
We threaten no one. We're looking for capacity to do exactly what Prime Minister Abe was speaking about. We want freedom. We want opportunity for everyone. We want that for the Chinese people, too.
Secretary Pompeo, thank you for coming on, sir. We appreciate it.
Trace, thank you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.